Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast New Paradigm Love, where my guest today is Eva Van Zeeland from the Netherlands. So, Eva is the founder of the Higher Love Society. And I found you, Ava, just through an online search for my own dating activities, actually.
Yay.
So, welcome.
Yes, thank you for inviting me. Lovely to see you and talk to you about conscious love and dating.
Yes, yeah. So this is my absolute passion. It's something that for me combines the personal and the professional. Um, but I really don't know anything about you other than, I came across your webpage and I was quite intrigued. I was like, oh, what is this? This is speaking to me. This is what I'm talking about. So then I reached out to you. So please share a little bit, first of all, just about yourself. Like, who are you? What are you about?
Yes, yeah, I'm Eva from Zeeland. I'm not from Zealand or New Zealand. A lot of people think that, but I'm from the Netherlands, actually, from the
Yeah.
south part, Eindhoven, it's called the city. And yes, I have three children. I've got twins, they're 16, and I've got a girl, she will be 11. I
Okay.
would say I have the jackpot and a bonus. So I'm single myself, so single with my own dating site community. And yeah, I've been married. I had a lot of boyfriends. Actually, I went from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship. So this is the first, yeah, time that I'm a long time single for 4 years now. And
Hmm.
yeah, and that was my love life lesson, of course, to yeah, to learn the lesson of self-love. I think that's the biggest lesson we all have to learn here on planet Earth.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, I'm quite happy. I'm also have a lot of hobbies. I did dancing for 10 years. Now I want to start singing for 10 years. So I'm a singer in a rock band since January.
Wow.
Yeah, I really love that. So I believe you can embody everything you want to, yeah, be or yeah, stand for, or yeah, just do it, whatever your age is.
Yes, with you totally in this, all of this, and lots of parallels in terms of also I'm a mum, also I'm single. I am single. I was single for 4 years. I've had a few lovers in the last year, but nothing that's kind of cohered into what I'm calling in.
Hmm.
How about so that thank you for that introduction to you, so we get a sense of who Ava is. And what about dating and relating? Has that been part of your work, or is that part of your personal
No,
interest?
no. My background is health, wellness, fitness, nutrition. So I
Okay.
was in the fitness area for 15 years. Then I did natural medicine. My company, Miss Natural Lifestyle, I just sold that to another woman who's actually continuing this missnatural.nl. So it's all about organic living, natural lifestyle. But the thread with everything I ever done is consciousness. So consciousness about food, about health, about yeah what you yeah eat, but also watching the news, the paper. So making conscious decisions. And then back in 2020, my best friend, she came out of her marriage and she said, Eva, I want to start dating again, but I want a man who is conscious, who is self-aware, who's doing the inner work. And I'm
Mhm.
like, I bought software like a couple of years ago for dating software. I wanted to integrate that at Miss Natural for people who want to date other vegan people or people who are maybe other health
Yeah,
related topics. But I
yeah.
never did, yeah, really created that. So I had the software, so I said, oh, I can do that. And then we were on this great transition. I call it the Great Awakening in 2020. We went
Mm,
from 3D to 5D, yeah, the third to
mm.
the fifth dimension. So I thought, oh, why don't I call it 5D dating for fifth dimension dating? So that's how it came about, the dating site. And I was still in my marriage.
Okay. Like
Yes.
still in it, actively invested, or knowing you
Yeah,
were going
yes.
to.
Yeah. In 2020, there became cracks because January 2020, we were at our relationship of the couple, the last, yeah, straw you get when you have problems in your relationship. So you go to, how do you call that? Relationship
Therapist.
therapist,
Counselor,
yes.
therapist.
Sorry,
Yeah,
therapist, yeah.
yeah.
So we sat there in January 2020. But then, yeah, my ex-husband, he went in a burnout. So yeah, it's for better and for worse. So yeah, we stayed together longer.
Mm.
But yeah, and then yeah, a lot of people in 2020 were, yeah, it was an awakening for a lot of people. So if you were in a marriage and you yeah, we're still yeah, every friction will entered the surface in
Yeah.
2020 and 21, and still if you're still in a relationship in this year, you will the rock will be pulled from you. Yeah, it's really important to listen to your own heart and follow your own dreams in this day and age. Otherwise, the universe will kick you out of whatever you're doing, if it's your job, your work, your relationship.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a bit how it started, and a lot of people recognized themselves and joined, and last year I started calling it the Higher Love Society, because it's more than just going to the fifth dimension, and I wanted to reach a broader audience.
Brilliant. Yeah, so I can really, listening, hearing, feeling like the sense of like, okay, so weaving this thread of consciousness and awareness through all of your work through right through decades now, and then just this opportunity coming for dating, the Great Awakening in 2020. So just in case anyone watching this doesn't know, I think most people will be familiar, but in case anyone isn't familiar with the concepts of 3D and 5D,
Mhm.
what does that mean for you?
Yeah, for me, was it seeing through the illusion. We've got this concept of, yeah, everything is going all right, and there's nothing wrong with the world, and
Mm.
yeah, I fully awakened in 2019. The first was my awakening about food and the health industry, the pharmaceuticals, and but then in 2020 came, and I saw through the whole, yeah, thing they tried to shove us through the throat, and I became a journalist myself in 2020. Actually, we made an old newspaper, the Independent Press Company in the Netherlands. So
Wow.
yeah, and then yeah, that's everything you've been shown your whole life
Yeah.
is maybe different than you think, and then you do the inner work. You go inside because all the answers are inside yourself. You don't have to look outside of yourself, and then, yeah, what if you start really feeling? Because I was a woman, was really in my head in a past life. I had
Uh-huh.
too much masculine energy. So
Uh-huh.
10 years ago, I started dancing because I wanted to activate my feminine side. So I started with belly dance, and then Brazilian samba and burlesque. And that really helped me to get out of my head, to really connect with my body again, and to feel what was really the truth. Yeah, what's because
Yeah.
if you're only in your head, you can't separate fiction from reality. You just accept everything.
Yeah.
But what was your? Oh yeah, the 3D concept. So
Yeah.
I think the 4D is when you go down the rabbit hole. You go down, do the inner work, the shadow work. But you don't have to stay there, because a lot of people get stuck in
Stay there.
4D. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Real. No, just come over to
Come on,
5D,
we
and then
need
you
you.
shift. You shift a lot of times. And in
Yeah.
2025, I really felt I landed. I landed, yeah, in my. I felt really stable in staying there, so I don't get triggered anymore. I'm feeling really grounded. That's actually my book I wrote. It's called Just Landed. I help people
Oh,
with the transitions from 3D to 5D.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, so I do it with the airplane metaphor. So you have the turbulence, and hey, you have to give away all your power to the pilot, and that's a bit like your higher self, because she knows where you're going, and you will meet her when you land.
I love
First,
that.
yeah, first you
I'm
have
also,
to go.
I'm also envious that you say you don't get triggered anymore. I definitely still get triggered. So, yeah.
I had my first performance 2 weeks ago with my band as a rock singer. I never sung before, so I came off stage, and there were the two ladies, and one of the ladies got to me and she said, "Never do that again." I said, "What?" singing, she said, performing. And I'm like, whoa, that's interesting. I let that, this is for you. I don't accept that because I know better. But if, I would have been triggered, I would be like all thrown off. But I was just like amazed that there were people who could just say that to someone else who did just the workshop. So I just laugh about that. Yeah,
Mhm.
we are a mirror. So every relationship,
Sure.
to come back to relationships, is a mirror of your own, inner world. So if you don't do
Totally.
the inner work, you get the karmic relationships, the people who are not really
Yeah.
nice for you, and then
Yeah.
that's the whole game. If you see through that.
Yes. Yeah. Totally with you. So, yeah.
Yeah, and
So,
most people are dating are focused on finding someone, but I
mhm,
think you must first find yourself. And
mhm,
so, what we do is guide people back to themselves first.
mhm.
Yeah,
So are there, I will ask you in a minute about a little bit more about the Higher Love Society itself, but I've got one more question because, yeah, just kind of bringing in this whole concept of consciousness, well, the living embodiment of consciousness. Are there any particular practices or teachings or guidance that has been really helpful for you in your own personal journey that you talked about your awakenings? Is there anything that you really like credit with, oh, that particular practice that I was doing, that particular teacher, that particular book, that particular plant medicine, I don't know, whatever it was, has there been
I did it
something?
all.
All of it.
I
Yeah.
did the plant medicine. But also following your highest excitement. I'm really a fan of Abraham Hicks. I listened to that sometimes daily in that period because to get myself fired up. But also
Yeah.
the dancing. So just find something that gets you out of your head and in your body. If that's walking, painting. And whatever. And a lot of women forget to do that. I always ask, what did you do when you were a little girl, when you were like 7? And for me, that was dancing.
Yeah.
So that really helps you. And if it's really terrible, just go to bed and sleep. That was my best. If you're too triggered or too, just lay down and try to sleep or meditate, of course. But then I need the guided meditation for that. But
Uh-huh.
I tried it all. I did it all, like the plant medicine, the ayahuasca, the choco bliss. That really gave me insights and answers, and also talking, finding like-minded souls. And that was especially in the first era of 5D dating in the beginning. It was not only for finding love; it was people who finally found other people who they can talk about the Great Awakening, the whole depression they were in, or aliens, or inner Earth, or
Yeah.
shadow government. So that was
Yeah.
also really a relief to find people who are at the same page as you are.
Exactly. I mean, one of the key questions that I've been asked, or I would ask people when I've been on conventional dating apps, is, are you vaccinated? And that's kind of like something that kind of rules out so many people immediately from even being considered in a way, but then there's a lot of other stuff. So let's talk about the Higher Love Society. So you got this, you had this concept that you wanted to create. Like, how did it birth? Like, what was your intention?
Yeah, the name Higher Love, it actually was last summer. I was in my own garden and actually asking myself, where is my higher love? Where is my man? And then
Yeah.
I listened to the song of Whitney Houston, "Bring Me a Higher Love," and I thought, yes, that's what we want. Bring me my higher love. And I think, oh, that's a good name. And a lot of people back in 2020, I was really about exposing what's happening, and a lot of people were already building the new worlds. And I really felt, no, I'm not ready to build. First we have to destroy everything what's not working anymore. But
Mm,
last year I really I felt I was landed. I said, no, we are going to build a new society, and I want to be part of that. And
mm,
a society based on love, one love. So that's my membership is called One Love, and if you
mm.
just join it, you're a new star. So One Love membership I had. And then I thought, yeah, why not call it the Higher Love Society? Because you came for love, but you stayed for the community. And
Mm.
yeah, so that's how I see it. These are the people who rebuild the new, Earth. We're already in the new Earth, but the new
Yeah.
world. But we don't have to wait for that. We just, we already started.
Yeah. Yeah, really resonant again with my own understanding and calling to really like this knowing that conscious relating and a whole new, like what I call new paradigm love is part of creating the new earth. It's like we can't keep relating in the same old ways. We can't keep repeating like the same old patterns. Um, it's just not, like it's almost like, well, for me anyway, my system just won't allow me to kind of do that anymore.
No,
And then just acknowledging, like, even though, we feel like we're separate, it's everything is connected. So how I am and how I love and who I love and what we co-create and the sort of sacred alchemy of, the holy marriage or the sacred union, whatever you want to call it, like that creates like this ripple effect in our community, in our friendship circle,
yes.
that then, just keeps on building that higher love vibration. I mean, that's how I understand it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and yeah, if you first feel yourself, you might. Yeah, I'm happy myself. So, and a lot of people who join the High Love Society, they already feel complete. They feel happy. They don't say you must make me happy. No, that's not a relationship.
Yeah.
I always explain it like you have an ice cone, and then what's your favorite flavor? Strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, pistachio.
Pistachio, vanilla, chocolate. I mean,
Okay, you can have three cones. So this is the cone. You have the three, but that's the whole package is you. You're complete. And then the relationship is like the sprinkles on top, or the chocolate sauce, or the whipped cream, whatever you fancy, or
oh,
all the above. So yeah, and that's that's how I see a relationship. It's not. Yeah, I'll take care of me for you if you take care of you for me, but yeah, not the other way around.
hmm.
And when you realize that, and a lot of women already realize that, so we are looking for the embodied man. So if you're listening and you are an embodied man, please sign up because women are a bit quicker with the evolution thing.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of men, and I wrote about that in Higher Love magazine. I just have a new copy out, and I interviewed two embodied men. Because I just asked on LinkedIn, where are the embodied men? And there were a lot of men who felt the need to react. So I did a nice interview. Yeah,
Oh,
it's a free
great.
magazine. You can download it and just watch online.
What does so again, I think I know what you mean, but when you say embodied man, what do you mean?
Yeah, or emotional available man, we also call them. But I love the word embodiment. I try to embody because you can talk about everything you learned in books and you did the courses and another course, and, but a lot of people get stuck in just the knowledge, but they don't embody it. So
Yeah.
they don't, show what they tell. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for me, embodiment was really when I started dancing. Then you get to feel, but yeah, practice what you preach. That's mostly what I call embodiment. But for
Yeah.
man, it's also the emotional available man. So when a man gets triggered in his, maybe his childhood abandonment issue, that he just tell the woman and don't let her hanging for 2 weeks, ghosting, and, or just pulls away, and she's like, well, "What happened?" But he can is emotional mature to say, yes, I just got triggered, but yeah, I'm working through it, so I
Mhm.
just take time for myself. And that's how we see emotional availability,
Mhm.
and that you
Right.
can, that you can address your issues, because we're not perfect. I'm still not perfect. And we don't want to be perfect, but we want to, yeah, address and tell about and talk about what's happening with, because every time you encounter, people, something will be triggered, of course, or come up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you understand the role of masculine and feminine in this dance of relating?
I'm starting to get that better and better every day. We are two different energies, and I was really masculine, so I had to learn to be more soft and to slow down, and to let the man take the first initiative, because women, we can do everything and we are quicker and we can do it better, but then we you just, yeah, take away all the fun for the man. So I had to learn that myself as well, to so if I'm dating with a man, I'll just wait until he asks me on a date, and that he, yeah, picks the venue, because yeah, I watched a lot of those videos as well, how the polarity works, and
Uh-huh.
the pool, and yeah, so we are totally different. We're wired different, but through society, women are yeah, too masculine, and that's, yeah, not all their fault, but that's how society treats us, because we have to work full time as well, and we have to have children, and yeah, but it's too much. So we have
Mm.
to find the balance again. Yeah. So I'm not
Mm.
a feminist or something, but I think the yeah, yeah, I'm here for my three children because I can work from home. So I arranged that myself. But yeah. And how do you see the feminine and the masculine dynamic for yourself? Have you struggled with that?
Um, have I struggled with it? I wouldn't have explained it in that way. I like, my background is in tantra and
Mm,
yoga and conscious relating. So yeah, like the last 20 plus years, I've kind of really been immersed in teachings of, yeah, divine feminine, divine masculine, yin and yang, in Tantra, Shiva and Shakti, and really kind of living and seeking to deeply embody that in everything. I think that from like personally, I've always been quite an integrated balance of masculine and feminine. Like I have a really
mm,
sharp mind. I used to work in business, in management consultancy. So I have, and then in academia. So I have a great mind and can be like really focused and efficient and all of these things and practical and rational and logical. But I've also always been like really in touch with my emotions and my body. Like I've always been deeply embodied. I've been a dancer all my life. I've taught
good for you.
dance. So I teach conscious dance. So that's for me, it's been like more about cultivating the inner marriage of the two.
Mm,
But what I've been finding, like experientially now, in my sincere desire to call in a partner. I mean, I live in a place that is, and I've also been a single mum for a long time. So my kids are a little bit older than yours. I've got a son and a daughter, but as a single parent, I was being both father and mother, and carrying both
yes.
aspects. And I am very, very resilient and resourceful. So I am very used to being self-sufficient. So for me, it's very unfamiliar at this point in my life to be taken care of by somebody else. Like it's so unfamiliar. I can't
Yeah.
even remember what that feels like, because I've had to take care of everybody else for so
Yes.
long. Um, and what I find is that where I live, it's a very feminine place. So I live in Glastonbury in the UK,
Mm,
which is like goddess central.
yeah, I
It's
know.
like the home of the goddess and the heart chakra. So it's full of amazing, empowered, luscious women like myself, and there's a shortage or a lack of embodied men. Like there,
Mm,
well, let me rephrase that. There are men here who are embodied, but they're in their feminine. They're not
yes.
in their healthy masculine, and that's not attractive because
No.
I'm a
I know exactly what you mean. I don't
right.
want
I'm
that as
I'm a
well. No.
strong woman, like passionate, deep, wise, profound,
Yes.
smart, and my resonance is with men who are very much in their masculine. Otherwise, I don't feel attraction.
Yes.
So my kind of query is, do I even want a conscious man?
No.
Because the
Yeah,
conscious, the
that's
conscious
why
men
I've made the switch to the high love society. Yes, I want a
seem to be
grounded
so in their
businessman.
feminine that it's not, it's like being with another woman, and I don't want that. You know,
Yes.
I,
Yeah.
I want to be with a man. Um, But then when I've got into mainstream dating, I found it's a real conundrum because I've found so far the very mainstream men just cannot meet me where I'm at. I've been like on this path for 23, 24 years of like deep inner cultivation of awareness and embodiment. And so if somebody hasn't got a clue what that is, I also don't feel met. So I don't quite know yet still what the answer is, but I am seeing in my immediate circle, it's like magically these men are appearing who have integrated. So I have girlfriends. So it's in my immediate, at least in
Mm.
my inner circle now, who have attracted beautiful men who are both conscious and grounded. And so they're both embodied, emotionally aware, and they're purposeful in the world. They can hold their lives together. They're making money. And it's like, okay, I'm beginning to see this new template of the integrated man
Yes.
that I've
And
been
they
waiting
are
for.
there. They are there. Yeah, we have just have to hop timelines. There they are.
Exactly. And I think being like me being I don't like to think of age because I feel myself to be ageless, but I've been doing this work like for like yeah, almost 25 years and sort of leading the way and teaching women. And I do feel like I know some men may take that personally that I've been ahead of the game, we're ahead of the game, and men are still catching up. So that there are less men around my age who are where I'm at. I've been tending to date younger
Watch your
consistently.
words. Watch your words,
I know. I was
lady.
just I was just aware of that. It's like, do I want to say that?
No, it's not true. I'm in the other timeline where
Let's just create
there are a lot of them, man.
let's just change that right
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Here we go. Conscious creation on the fly.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm opening myself to a new possibility where this kind of integrated man is showing up much more now, and
Yes.
I'm beginning to see it. So I'm beginning to see the evidence. Whereas
Yes.
before there was no evidence. Now I'm seeing evidence. So
And
more
it
of this.
starts also with you. I do this little practice of asking for help more because, yeah, what you say, you used to do everything alone, but now I'm okay. I ask for help, even if I can do it myself, like little things. Like I'm in the supermarket, I just play a bit, yeah, dumb or that I don't know. So I ask help because people love to help. But if you're not used to ask for help, so now yeah, I try to ask for help every day, one time,
Hmm,
just as a small
a
practice.
practice. Yes, yeah,
Yes,
yeah, I
it's
do. And
amazing what happens because then the giving and receiving, because I'm a giver, most women are givers and helpers.
yeah.
But yeah, and we see the potential in every man. Don't do that, women, because how you meet him, that's how he will stay. But yeah, just ask more for help so that then you're more in balance. So I needed to be more in balance as well. I wrote my autobiography last year. It's called Dancing Between Fire and Water because I have a lot of fire, but I needed to have more water. So
Mm,
that was my earth elements. I needed to balance out, and water is more like feeling, trusting, and letting, yeah, and emotions. And fire, yeah, that's the whole masculine energy. So I'll be more water from now on.
well, and we all have our unique signatures, and like I also would say to any woman, it's like yes, and be yourself. Like there's somebody there who's gonna love you for your fire. Like it has to be
Yes,
authentic. Even as we're all constantly evolving, we're all constantly growing, learning, and every relationship is a mirror. It's like, someone's going to like you exactly as you are. Because I think one thing I've done in the past is try to sort of bend myself a little bit out of my natural shape to fit
yeah,
with somebody else. And I'm like, no, I want to be loved for exactly who I am in my wildness, in my wackiness, in my vulnerability, in my power, in my passion, in everything. And there is someone who will look at that and think, oh my God, wow,
yes,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
So, yeah, I believe
Don't
that.
try to the your flame. You don't try to this yeah Yeah, you
To
know
make
what?
it
Yeah,
smaller, you
yeah,
know,
make
like
it
I
small. Yeah,
think I've done a lot of making
I know
myself
it. The
smaller.
amplifier. I need an amplifier, even someone who can even amplify me because I'm already fully visible. But I want an amplifier who found it really fun to amplify me, to make me even more.
Oh, yeah,
Together we are like, yeah, the cliche power couple. Yeah, that you.
yeah.
Yes, I call my ex my dream crusher because he was more like, if I have an idea, because I'm an entrepreneur for 18 years already, and he was an
Oh,
employee for almost 30 years in the same business, and he was a troubleshooter. So he was like, what can go wrong? And I'm like, I
right.
always see
What's
opportunities.
possible?
What's possible?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but it's, yeah, good to be supported in everything you do. That's only what we want.
Mm. Yes. Oh, yes. To being supported. Yeah, I have absolutely zero resistance to that. Come on in, Mr. Masculine. Come and support, please.
Yes, and we don't chase, we attract. So he will find me. He's already there. He knows where I'm at. So I just organize these events now. Last summer I had apps as well, but I removed
Mm,
the apps
mm.
because I'm not a pizza you can order. I had that once on a dating site. Oh, you can come over tonight if you like. And I said, I'm not a pizza. You can it's a takeaway.
So, what was your experience on some of the apps? Yeah,
Oh,
how
I
did
did
you?
a lot of research myself, of course,
Yeah,
business research on other apps,
sure.
and yeah, because I also want a specific kind of man who did the inner work, and yeah, who's also not vaccinated. That's for me is also important. But yeah, you don't start. I don't add that on my profile. I'll ask the right questions to find that
Mm,
out, and there's still a lot of people waking up every day, so they made
yeah.
another choice in 2020, 2021, and maybe they feel like, okay, yeah, I did that because of maybe the wrong reasons, but yeah, if you can show me how to get, yeah, I can clean my body, get rid of it, or yeah, if we can check, maybe you got a placebo. So yeah, I
Mm,
think we have. That's why I don't have that on my website, because
mm.
yeah, we don't want to polarize with that topic.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right. Yeah.
but yeah, the people who are on it, yeah, the majority is unvaccinated, and found that important to yeah, to meet like-minded people like that. So my own dating experience, yeah. And I met someone the second day of Christmas last year, and my mother passed away. And the last thing my mother said in the hospital when I saw her in the door opening, she said, "Eva, your man, he will be coming." And I looked at her. I said, "Mom, thank you. I know." And that was the last thing
Oh,
we talked about. And so that was a
oh.
year later. And I went to a party and I said to my mother, "Mom, it's a year now. You can come." And then I met this really beautiful man. He was much older than me, but yeah, you didn't see that. He was really healthy and fit,
Mm,
and so we
mm.
started dating. And he really loved everything I did. He even wrote my autobiography. It's a really thick book, and he never read. And he said, "I never met this woman who was so yeah, talented," and he embraced everything about me. So that made me really happy, and really, yeah, also blindsided for what, yeah, the red flags I was trying. So there were some red flags, but I was like, yeah, but he really is into me and he really likes me, and so there were positive things. But I decided I'm not going to share the bed with a man, because women, we bond through oxytocin, and men, that's a different. And if we, yeah, already share the bed and be intimate, then we
Yeah,
definitely will ignore the red flags. I see that
yeah,
in my past, how I did that.
yeah.
So I didn't want to do that. So it was after 3 dates, actually, I said, it's, yeah, it's not, I ended it. And then I was really upset. And then the same evening I called him. I said, I think I was in my emotional talk about, I think I was in my yeah, pain thing, and I would love to give it a chance because I'm really otherwise quick or not. But the body already knew. My body knew it that it wasn't, but my head was making a story of it. So, and then
Yeah.
after 6 days, it was the day of the fire horse start of the year, and then I said, no, it's not working. I choose myself. I was carrying him again. I was already, yeah, being the helper, the carrier. So that was a big lesson for me. So I passed that exam. That's how I
Yeah.
see it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my mantra. If a guy rejects you, or you had to reject a man or a guy, someone else is better is even coming. There's
Oh, for
someone
sure.
even
Oh, for
better coming.
sure.
Yeah,
Yes, totally. And like
yeah.
you say on your Higher Love Society, I was looking at your website earlier just before this, just to kind of remind myself of, some of the key pieces about the Higher Love Society. So you organize events, you have a dating site, and you also
Yes.
mentor people. But on there, you also have this manifesto. So the five beliefs on 5D Earth and relationships. So I really love those because they're so aligned again with how I perceive and what I talk about in my blogs. I write about conscious dating, and my
Mm.
blog is called Dating as Devotion.
Oh,
Most of
I'll take
my
a look.
Yeah, most of my readers are women, but there are also men subscribers as well, who are really curious to find out more. But like you've got your 5 points. Love is sacred. Every date is a mirror. Presence over performance. High frequency alignment. Love as a new paradigm. And I was like, yes, love as a new paradigm. Tell me a bit about what new paradigm love means for you and for the Higher Love Society.
Yeah, that we remember who we are. I think that's also the red thread in my everything I do. I help people remember who they are, what we came to do here, and where we came from, because that was my biggest understanding. I used to be really afraid of dying when I was was younger because I didn't understand the whole concept. Why should we live if we eventually die? And now I'm afraid it will never end. It's infinite. Help! It never stops. No, but yeah, that
Uh,
really helped. I think we are fractals of souls because we got bored being one, because that's boring, just being one, and that we want to experience ourselves separated in illusion.
mm,
Yeah, that's I think the whole game of Earth as well, and that we start to realize that every person we meet is a reflection of ourselves,
mm,
and that's a really big concept, and even too big for me also to grasp, but I really believe that is like that, and we can make a better world just by working on ourselves. It starts just with you doing your inner work and
mm.
making conscious decisions every day about how you treat your neighbor and the people around you and the food you eat, and so I
Yeah.
think that's my that we go back to taking care of one another more, maybe living in more in communities or smaller cities, not one government, and I think that we will do all right if even if we don't know yet how to do it. I'm a big fan of the unknown. A lot of people are scared of the unknown. I
Yeah.
also work as a medium, so I have women on the
Ah.
phone, and they ask me, "Yeah, but what will happen? What will happen?" And I say, maybe it's good for you just to don't know yet. It's okay. You have to have trust that it will come, or that the answer will appear, but
Mm.
be okay just with not in the void, in the emptiness. I had to
Yeah.
learn that myself, and but that's the best place to be.
Yes. Yeah.
And
I
all the
mean,
possibilities are there.
yeah. Yeah, I love having connection with that place. And when I'm in connection with that place, it's like I can see all the things that are going on in the world, and I do feel them and I do care. I don't like I feel like sometimes there's some spiritual bypassing happening where it's like, oh, we're all one. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
we're
No,
all gonna
I'm not
re
like that. Yeah.
we're all gonna reincarnate anyway, you know, it's fine.
No,
And it's like,
I
no,
don't like that.
it's not fine. You
I
know,
get pissed still sometimes about all the immigrants coming in, and no, I'm balanced. It's not
oh.
all of a love and light. No.
Yeah, and it's like sort of somehow able to like hold this place of like deep knowing in the core of my being, like it is all absolutely perfect. And at the same time, excuse me, and at the same time, there are things I'm so passionate to change. You know, it's like this paradox that sits side by side. And this sort of deep calling to bring through more love, more conscious awareness into the way that we relate with one another. So how's it been going with the Higher Love Society?
Yeah, now we are with over 1,500 members on the website, and then the events I started doing last summer. So every month, I try to do this globally now. So I'm looking for mayors of higher love. So we want to go to Glastonbury, of course, all the embodied feminine.
We
We
just
will
need to
come there with a trailer of the emotionally available men
get
in a festival.
yeah.
No, so if you are based in London or Barcelona or Milan and you want to create this conscious movement in your own city,
Mhm.
I'm looking for you, for people who want to carry out this movement. I also have started an affiliate program so that we can share that way as well. So I'm
Mhm.
all about making this a really big ice cream so we
Yeah.
can share it. I always say I'd rather have a big cake with whipped cream and share it in half than a small muffin just for myself. So
You make the muffins sound not very appealing.
no, I don't want a small muffin. I want the big cake. No, actually, I'm looking for a co-founder for my business as well, or multiple co-founders. I'm talking to the people through co-founder network. That's like a dating site for entrepreneurs.
Uh-huh.
Which you can find other people. So I have my qualities in marketing presence, but I need someone who's more into finance or strategic doing.
Okay. Oh, I see that coming in for you. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just saying. If you don't ask, you never get
Yeah.
what you want. So yeah, I have big plans for this movement, and it's my third company. I had a company in the fitness. I then had the nutrition, the Miss Natural company. So this is my third company, and I want to make this. Yeah, I learned a lot from the other things. So this is
Mhm.
the global movement I want to to
Oh, yeah,
travel with, and my children are getting older, so now I'm able to do that. So
sure.
we have events in every city. People are tired of dating apps and swiping, so
Totally. Yeah.
traditional dating isn't working anymore. We
Mm.
see that everywhere, and yeah, people really want to be face to face again.
Yeah. Yeah, I really, really see that. And again, like I've tried it myself and I'm like, God, this really doesn't work. And like particularly doesn't work if you're a conscious being and sort of and it's almost training people to kind of lower their frequency and to objectify one another. And it's just like it's sort of training the opposite of what I'm about in a way, you know?
Yeah, but it's good. I recommend every woman to go on dates because a lot of women are like, I'm not going to dates or dating apps, and I said, why not? Because you can do a lot of sifting and sorting because what you want and you don't want, like the other side of the stick, what Abraham Hicks talks about. So I went on a lot of dates, and then I I I find it fun because you meet new people, and then yeah, I always look, okay, what can I learn from this? How can I learn about myself? Then you learn more about your preferences, what you do like, you don't like, and how important are certain things. So I would recommend doing a lot of dates because yeah, if you're just stepping in with the first man who walks by, no. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's for people who are ready, for depth, for truth, for a real connection, not the surface level interaction.
Mm. And so, yeah, what kind of people have joined so far? I'm curious, like about the membership, like the age range, the gender
Yeah, from
balance.
21 until, yeah, 70, 75. We've got a big range is, I think, from 45 to, yeah, 60. That's the biggest range. I'm 50 myself, so that's, I think, yeah, you attract, yeah, your own environment. But last event, there was a 21-year-old woman and a 24-year-old man. They fell in love at Valentine's Day. It's a really cheesy story, but it happened. And they are
Oh,
now in a relationship. So we already had a baby been born. I talk in my magazine. I interview them again. The baby is now 3 already. So, but they are
oh,
still together. But they talk about conscious parenting. So they are not living together anymore, but they are still in a relationship. So yeah, we can learn about new forms of relationship. I always say that it's not like you have to marry and live together. No, we can create our own way of interacting. I don't think
sure.
you maybe want to. Yeah, I love my own space.
I love my space. Yeah.
Yes.
And I can't sleep with someone next to me. Like I love to make love
Ah, yes.
and
Yeah.
then I like to
Are you a
cuddle.
projector in the
I'm a
human design?
projector.
Me
Yeah.
too. Me
Yeah.
too. Weekends.
I
No,
can't sleep next to someone. Even
no,
if
I
I
learned
love
that
them
as
with my
well.
whole heart, I can feel their energy like in
Yes.
my system. And it's like this. I just can't sleep. So
Yes. Oh, so you are here for the in 2027. All the projectors get activated.
it's
Have you
about
heard that?
time. It's about time because
Yeah.
like, my
We had a
kids
sabbatical.
say again.
We had a sabbatical. We had to
Yeah.
work. We can.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are here to show people the new way of interacting.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
made a lot of sense learning that you are a projector or not. For me, it opened
Oh
all,
my
yeah,
gosh.
all the
Yeah.
puzzles.
So much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much. I mean, I've done quite a bit of work with the gene keys. I love it. And I'm thinking of going back to study my Venus sequence again. I've done it with the program once, but I'm like, I might go back and do my Venus sequence again and just kind of, remember all those codes that are there. But it's like it's
Oh,
such a
I don't know.
deep system.
I'm a
Um,
2-4. What are you? I'm a mental
Projector
projector.
4-6, I
A
think.
4-6. Okay.
So yeah, 4 is like harmony, relationship. I'm a Libran, connection, community, and 6 is higher vision, leadership, and sort
Oh
of,
yeah.
so that makes total sense.
Yeah. I'm the hermit and the outgoing. So both.
Ah!
I need both.
Yeah, right,
Yeah. So,
right.
but that's also on 5D on the website. You can fill in your human design or your star seed origin or your life path numbers or your Chinese zodiac. I try to play with the different questions, so not the standard questions like "Do you smoke? Do you drink?" No, I have fun questions you can answer.
Yeah. Oh, so good. And I really love this idea of expanding into other cities. Like I'd be up for organizing one in London for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Like
let's do that.
let's
I'll come to London, then we do it together.
let's do it.
Yes,
Because
yes.
people are hungry for it. Yeah, people are hungry for this. I mean, I hear that, I feel it, I see it. I think people are also a little bit cautious at this point. I think
A lot
like,
of it's not the easiest target. People, they are. We have to pull them out. They're all in the hermit phase.
yes, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And it's like some people are kind of shy and
Yeah, they're
having
scared. Yeah,
scared.
and a
Yeah.
lot of empaths. So the first event I did in a bar because I just wanted regular. I do a high end, a rooftop bar or a wine bar because I want. It's your first date, so you better have a really nice experience. And where you can talk about. It's not like this lousy a pub we met. No, we were at this really nice rooftop bar, but a lot of empaths and people who are they,
Sensitive.
yeah, sensitive. If
Mm.
it's too loud, I can't concentrate. I can feel okay. Now we do beach walks as well, or just a walk in the park. So I had to learn that as well. Yeah,
Mm.
but yeah, people are hungry, and we have dinner. No, it's just first it starts with connecting, going outside again, and it's not scary. It's just meeting new people and meeting another part of yourself, and it starts with friendship, and maybe even you fall in love.
Do you do any like exercises or practices to get people to connect, or do you just let people get on with the
Yeah, no,
conversation?
I stay away from tantra, aesthetic dance, hugging. I want to, yeah, because what you said, I want to attract and not the feminine, masculine. I don't want the man bun and the the two spiritual men. No, I don't. Yeah, so I want to attract the also the I like the business people, man, who are also open minded and curious about consciousness, but don't know anything about it, but they're okay that I talk about aliens. so, so we want the grounded man as well. I don't want to scare people off with hugging and eye gazing and aesthetic dance. So it's
Ah,
just talking or walking. And I have cards. I have cards with questions, but I always see you never need them. People start deep dive talking about everything, so it's not superficial. It always works out.
what have you seen in so far in the events that you've organized and maybe the coaching that you've offered to people? Like, what have you noticed? Maybe some recurrent themes or patterns, or, like the biggest fears or the biggest blocks that you notice keep popping up for
Yeah,
people.
people always want to know, is it equal men and women? What are their ages? So people are really in the control. They want to control.
Mm.
Last one, I had this woman, do you already have 10 people coming? Then I will sign up. And I'm like, yeah, sorry, but I need people who come first. I, I don't want the waiters. I want the way showers.
I love that.
Yes. So
Yeah.
if you are waiting and to see what happens, then you're not in front of the where the magic happens. So I don't answer that questions, and I always see it. Sometimes it starts with 6 women, and then just make a video online. Where are all the embodied men? I'm here with 6 women. Just join us, and then at the end, it's always balanced. So. I'm
Oh,
not afraid of that, and you will always meet the people who are right for you. If you believe that, that's the mirror effect. You get what you want, or not always what you want, but what you need.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's all. That's the 3D dating. People expect the 3D dating, but it's not. It's we are doing 5D dating, and yeah. So don't ask that kind of questions.
Yeah, it's much more about trusting your own inner guidance, isn't it?
Yes.
And following like the resonance of things, and
Yeah, and you have
seeing.
this beautiful new dating program on Netflix. It's about ageless dating. They have age gaps, sometimes 20 years,
Oh
and
yeah,
they
I watched that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I watched it too. I love Love Is Blind, of course, as well. I even tried to be the presenter of Love Is Blind in the Netherlands, but they already had one. Yeah,
Oh,
because I love doing talk shows and presenting, but and then a dating program where you don't see each other. It's all about the inner connection. Yeah. But what do you thought about the ageless dating?
oh, I was so fascinated by
Yeah,
it, and it was compulsive watching because I've always tended to date younger, and I've again always been like ahead of the curve. Like my husband was 10 years younger, and as I've gotten older, my partners have gotten younger and younger, and I think it's partly to do with being a tantric woman. Like I'm really
you
awake,
have the energy flow
and
still.
my
Yeah,
energy's flowing. I'm like
yeah,
really alive and sensual and juicy and young and open-hearted and open-minded. And I don't find resonance. I haven't found resonance with men my own age. Like I just don't feel resonance with the ones I've met so far. I'm open
yeah,
to, like, I don't care about age.
yeah.
I don't care about age.
I dated this guy in January. He was 66, so 60
Wow.
years. Yeah, but he looked all
Wow.
like max 50.
Wow, that's amazing. So yeah, so it's not about age for me, it's about resonance.
Yes,
But what I
aliveness. Yeah,
Yeah, it's about aliveness, vitality, open-mindedness, like an adventurous spirit. And I've just consistently attracted and been attracted to men who are like way younger, like 20, 30 years. And well, it used to be 10 years, and then the gap just kept getting bigger as I got older. And
what
I
was
don't
your
care.
youngest? What was your youngest?
27.
Yeah, me too. 26.
So, and I don't care. Like at this
No,
point, like I
don't
really
feel
don't.
that.
It's like if it feels true, if
Yeah.
it feels aligned, I follow that. And I used to be really self-conscious about what people would think, but that was like already 20 years ago. And now I've kind of that's gone. I just really do not care.
Yeah.
But it creates this question, which has been why none of these things have lasted in my case, primarily, which is that they usually want kids, or they're not ready for that deep, like lifelong commitment, or like a commitment that's going to go on forever because of where they are in their life stage. So, that's the thing
Yeah.
that I'm like, okay, we just need to like,
I al- yeah, I always joke we need another woman for the kids because I'm not going to bury it anymore.
I had one older lover once. He was a Tai Chi master, so he was very energetically like I have to have someone who's energetically sensitive because so he was very alive and awake. But he said to me, "You need an older man or like a man your age, but he still has to be awake." To be like your anchor, but you really need a bunch of younger lovers to match your
Ah,
sexuality. And I'm like, yeah, but I can only love one person. Doesn't
ah,
work for me. I just
so no temple for you.
I'm not polyamorous. I've tried it. I'm not.
Oh no, I'm not polyamorous as well. But I have experience with the swinger yeah community. So so I want a committed relationship, but I'm not jealous if we do yeah the exciting things with other people. But the last time I did that, we it was before 2020. So I want to have conscious interaction. So I'm not doing it with everyone anymore
Yeah,
because yeah, it's energy
it's
extraction, and you get yeah
yeah,
you pull in trauma from other people. I wasn't aware that at that time, but now I am. So a lot
yeah.
of people aren't aware what they pull in when they have sex with other
Yeah, yeah. For me, it always
a whole
like,
different topic, but
well, it's part of conscious relating and dating. Like
yes, yeah,
sexuality is a huge part of attraction and relating. Like,
yeah,
like I think it's unacknowledged. And again, anyway, we could have another whole talk about that part of it.
yeah. I went to Israel to the Ista festival in the
Oh,
desert in 2021. Or it was just I just came out of my marriage, and but the more wild the temple nights became, the more inward I got, and I was in my own bed. I didn't join because I felt no, I didn't felt like doing that.
mhm.
I was totally thrown, yeah, inwards. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it didn't
yeah.
feel because in the yeah, yeah. Sometimes the tantra, I think it's yeah, it's also. But yeah, you are
Well,
aware.
people think tantra means orgies. It doesn't. And Ista is a
No,
very, very particular flavor of it's neo tantra. So that isn't what tantra is to me. It's
no,
yeah,
it's the life force energy. Yeah, yeah.
it's the inner union and the awakening through that. Anyway, we're like almost at the
Yeah.
end of
Oh,
talking for a whole hour. How should we end? Like, what is your deepest desire for love on earth and for yourself at this time?
no, I think that the deepest thing is that love starts with being fully yourself,
Mm,
not the version you think is lovable, but the
hmm
version that is real. And
mm,
from there, everything can change,
mm,
so that yeah, you step in the best version of yourself first,
hmm
and yeah, and don't try to change what you had, and don't try to be chosen as well. Instead of choosing yourself, you have to choose yourself first, and don't yeah I want to be chosen, I want to be chosen. No, you're already chosen, and what
mm.
we talked about, that man is already there.
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah,
I'll put the details when I post this up underneath for how people can reach you and find out more. Maybe there are other people who want to like collaborate with you, and like
yes,
find
I'm
out
open to
more.
that.
It'd be so
Yes,
exciting.
yeah,
Um,
and read the free magazine we have with all the love stories and the embodied man interviews.
Yeah, I'm excited to see those. So thank you so, so much for your time and for this really, really juicy, lively conversation. I really
Yes,
wish
and
you
let's plan
so well.
London
Let's
together.
plan London.
Yeah,
Okay.
take a date. London, here we come, baby.
Bye for now, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Yes, bye bye.